The yield to maturity on a bond is the interest rate you earn on your investment if interest rates don't change. If you actually sell the bond before it matures, your realized return is known as the holding period yield. Suppose that today you buy a 7% annual coupon bond for $1,060. The bond has 10 years to maturity. What rate of return do you expect to earn on your investment? Let's go ahead and calculate that. Since our bond pays an annual coupon and the maturity is in 10 years, we'll enter 10 for the number of periods. We're told that we pay $1,060 for our bond, so enter negative $1,060 for the present value in your financial calculator. Our bond pays a 7% annual coupon, so the coupon on the bond will be $70. This is the 7% coupon rate times the $1,000 face value or par value. We expect to get that $1,000 face value or par value back when the bond matures, so enter $1,000 as the future value of our bond. Finally, we can solve for our expected yield on our bond, and we find that we expect to earn 6.178% per year on this bond if interest rates remain constant. However, in Part B of this question, we're told that 2 years from now, the yield to maturity on our bond has declined by 1%, and we decide to sell the bond. What price will we sell our bond for, and what is the holding period yield on our investment? Let's go ahead and calculate the selling price for our bond in 2 years. Recall that regardless of what happens to interest rates, the coupon rate on our bond will always remain the same. 2 years from now, though, our bond will have 8 years until it matures, so enter 8 for the number of periods. We're told that the yield on our bond has declined by 1%, so enter 5.178% as the interest rate on our bond. Recall that our bond pays a 7% coupon, or $70 per year. This remains constant, as does the $1,000 face value. We can finally solve for our expected selling price 2 years from now and find that if yields do go down to 5.178%, we will be able to sell our bond for $1,116.92. We can use this expected selling price to calculate our holding period yield. Recall, we've held the bond for 2 years, so enter 2 for the number of periods. We purchased the bond for $1,060, so enter negative $1,060 for the present value of our investment. We received a $70 coupon each year for the 2 years we held the bond, and we expect to be able to sell the bond in 2 years for $1,116.92. The last step then is to solve for our holding period yield, and we find that we will have earned a 9.17% return on our investment. The realized holding period yield is greater than expected when the bond was bought because interest rates dropped by 1%. Bond prices, recall, rise when yields fall. And so as interest rates went down, our bond became more valuable and our holding period yield increased. On the other hand, had interest rates gone up, the value of our bond would have declined or decreased, and we would have had a holding period yield of less than our expected yield to maturity.